Insects, they're everywhere. We see them every day. But have you ever thought about them as art? Insects may seem small, insignificant even, but throughout history, artists have seen their beauty, their intrigue, their important role in the world around us. From ancient cave paintings to modern masterpieces, insects have crawled their way into art across cultures. Why? Insects are fascinating. Their delicate wings, their armored bodies, their sheer diversity. Artists can't help but be inspired. In this journey, we'll delve into the intriguing world of insects. In art, we'll discover how artists have depicted these creatures, and we'll learn what these tiny creatures symbolize. Get ready to see the world through new eyes. The eyes of an artist. Get ready to appreciate the beauty of insects. Let's go back in time, way back, to ancient Egypt. The Egyptians were fascinated by insects. They saw them as powerful symbols. Take the scarab beetle, for example. The Egyptians saw them rolling dung balls across the sand. They connected this with the sun, god Ra. Ra rolled the sun across the sky each day. The scarab became a symbol of rebirth and renewal. We see scarab beetles everywhere in Egyptian art. Amulets, tombs, even jewelry. These tiny creatures held deep meaning for the Egyptians. The ancient Greeks and Romans also had a complex relationship with insects. Sometimes they saw them as pests. Other times they saw them as sacred. Honeybees were highly valued. They represented hard work and sweetness. We see bees buzzing around in their mosaics and pottery. Butterflies were symbols of the soul. They represented transformation and hope. Even insects we might find creepy today had their place in art. Grasshoppers and cicadas were symbols of good luck and abundance. After the Middle Ages, a new era dawned in Europe, the Renaissance. Art changed, it became more realistic, and nature, including insects, became a key theme. Artists began to study the natural world closely. They wanted to capture its beauty accurately. They included insects in their paintings, not just as background details, but as important elements. Butterflies became popular. They represented the resurrection of Christ. They symbolized hope and new beginnings. Section 5. Crawling into focused insects in still life paintings. In the 16th and 17th centuries, still life paintings became popular. Artists loved to paint everyday objects, fruit, flowers, and yes, insects. These paintings weren't just about the objects themselves. They were about symbolism, and they were about showing off the artist's skill. Artists like Rachel Reich and Jan van Huysum became famous for their incredible still lifes. These paintings featured a variety of insects, ants, flies, even spiders. These creatures added a sense of life. And they reminded viewers of the cycle of life and death. Section 6. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Symbolism of insects. Insects are more than just creepy crawlies in art. They're symbols. Their meanings can change depending on the culture and the time period. Butterflies often symbolize transformation and hope. Ants represent hard work and community. Bees symbolize industry and sweetness. Even flies, often seen as pests, can represent death and decay. Artists use these symbols to add layers of meaning to their work. They make us think about life, death, and the world around us. Section 7. Ants and artists. Insects inspiring modern art. Modern and contemporary artists continue to find inspiration in insects. They use insects in new and exciting ways. They might create sculptures out of dead insects, or they might use insects to create living installations. Some artists use insects to highlight environmental issues. They remind us of the importance of protecting our planet. Others use insects to explore themes of identity, beauty, and the fragility of life. Section 8. The butterfly effect. Insects impacting artistic techniques. Insects haven't just inspired what artists create, they've influenced how artists create. Think about the delicate wings of a butterfly. Artists have tried to replicate these intricate patterns. They've used new techniques and materials. Some artists use insect wings in their work. They create collages and mosaics. Others study the way insects move. They use this knowledge to create kinetic sculptures. Section 9. Small wonders. Appreciating insects in art. Insects might be small, but they play a big role in art. They teach us about different cultures, they remind us of the beauty and fragility of life, and they inspire us to see the world in new ways. So next time you encounter an insect, take a moment to appreciate it. Think about its beauty, think about its symbolism. You might just see the world through the eyes of an artist.